So I need you to look right there. Uh-huh. And can you tell me what you're most excited for Infinite? Hey, no, don't be shy. It's okay. Can you look right there? Good girl. Can you say what you're most excited for Infinite? No? Okay. Alright. Well, thanks anyways. Thanks for coming on. Thank you. Man, is it an awesome time to be a Halo fan. Halo Infinite is right around the corner, just a couple months away, and at this point, we've actually seen gameplay, which was only, a campaign demo. It wasn't long, but we finally seen what the game is actually going to look like. Which I don't know about you guys, but for a very long time, I was like super just wanting to know what the hell the game was even gonna look like. Because I mean, for quite some time, we knew the game was coming out, but we didn't know anything about it. But with this demo that we have, that we got to see, we finally got a lot of information actually about kind of what we can expect from the campaign mode and also what we kind of expect from the movement and the gameplay and the gunplay. So it's really exciting. We don't know enough about the multiplayer. We don't know really anything about the multiplayer, but we have an idea in our head. About a year and a half ago, I made a video on this channel making a wish list for Halo Infinite and kind of what I wanted to see. Now that we're here and we kind of got to see something, I wanted to update it and kind of like remake my wish list now that I have something to kind of base the game off of in my head. So today I'm just going to list off a couple things that I'm really hoping to see when we finally get the full release of the game. Before we go any further, if you would, please leave a like on this video if you like it. It really helps me out more than you think. Subscribe if you haven't already. And okay, we'll do it. I'm sorry, guys. It's part of being a YouTuber. You got to do the thing. So first and foremost, it's going to be the hitboxes. Hitboxes are going to be the thing that I'm absolutely most focused on them fixing. Since we now have confirmation that sprint, slide, and clamber are now back in the game, we also know that a grapple hook exists, but it's been said that the grapple hook is going to be acting more of like an equipment type pickup in multiplayer. It's not going to be a base player trait, so it's not like you should see people grapple hooking too often. But where we have seen the sprint, slide, and clamber mechanics exist in Halo before are in Halo 5, and while they work really great for the movement aspects of it, and I absolutely adore them for just moving around the map and being quick and feeling like a super soldier, the hitboxes get absolutely wonky when people start sliding and clambering, and it's one of the most frustrating parts about Halo 5. You'll be shooting at somebody that you think you for sure have the kill on, and then they'll just clamber up something, and they'll just be able to get away for free. There's also something known as the Cali clamber, or just like reclambering repeatedly, which just makes your hitboxes really hard, and it kind of lets you get out of some cheeky scenarios you shouldn't in the first place. It's honestly really broken. That needs to be fixed, and I also really hope they fix the slide hitboxes and the clamber hitboxes in Infinite. I'm fine with both of those mechanics returning, but I really want there to be more consistency with how you can shoot the players that are performing these movements. I don't know if that's achieved by just making the hitboxes a little bit more expanded during those animations, or maybe slowing down the animations as a whole. I don't know, I'm not a game developer. I just hope it feels a lot less frustrating as a player when you're shooting at somebody doing these things. Next up on the list is going to be weapons. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we saw some of the weapons get demonstrated during the demo, but overall, I just wanted to see more, and I hope to see, when I do see more, that I see the weapons are done right. So we got a little bit of a campaign trailer after the demo released, and we did get confirmation that like the battle rifles in the game amongst other weapons, and I'm sure we're confident that a lot of the weapons are going to be returning. I always assumed that in the demo they were trying to show off new weapons to kind of like get people excited rather than showing returning weapons that we can probably all assume are going to be there. But when those weapons come back, I really want them to make sure that they feel good. Like if the battle rifle is going to be there, then great, but I want the battle rifle to be fun. I want it to feel good and challenging. I hope they tune these weapons correctly and they don't all kind of feel generic. It's great to have a game with a lot of different weapons, and it seems like we're going to get a lot of sandbox variety, but I hope all the weapons feel unique and feel like their own gun and feel, uniquely challenging and different to use every single time you grab a different gun. There are games like Battlefield and Destiny and other games that just have like tons and tons of weapons, but most of them kind of all feel the same. There's not a lot of variation. So for me personally, you even saw that in Halo 5 with the rec variations. They're all the same gun, I don't need that. I would just prefer to have different weapons, actually perform differently. Okay, next up on the list is going to be hopefully not a lot of returns from past multiplayer maps. I don't want a lot of map remakes. I'm not opposed to having map remakes show up at some point, and I'm sure there are going to be a few because that's kind of always what happens. There's always a couple remakes that return at launch. Even if they're reworked, that's okay with me, but I would prefer not to have too much of that. I would really like to see a whole lot of new maps. I would love to get just a whole bunch of new multiplayer experience. I don't want to play the same type of games through the same maps and the same style stuff that we've been doing forever. I really hope we get something new and unique and something that is exclusive to Infinite, so that experience can't just be gotten on other Halos and stuff that we've done in the past. If they want to remake Halo maps in the future and have them as DLC, that's cool with me, but at launch, you know, at least year one, I would love to have like a new game and a new experience for all of us to play together. And the last big thing on my wish list, guys, and this has been in no particular big order, but just some of the stuff that I immediately thought of when I saw what I saw. I hope we get a lot of landscape variation and aesthetic variation in the free to explore open world areas on the ring in the campaign. I absolutely love the idea of having an open world campaign in a Halo game. I think it's going to fit the franchise amazingly, and if done right, I think it could be something that is extremely addicting and really fun to go explore and try to search for a lot of different Easter eggs and a bunch of different cool things. But what we saw in the demo, now it was only a demo, it was literally 5 minutes, so we can't base obviously the whole campaign off this, but it seemed like as far as the eye could see, everything looked about the same. And while it's obviously very cool that we have expansive areas to explore, that's going to get really boring and stale if it all looks about the same. It's cool that we have more and more area to go to, but not if it all just renders in more trees and more rocks and all the same stuff. So I hope we get a lot of different variation in the places that we get to explore, maybe some dark caves, maybe some jungle type areas, I don't know. Again, I'm not the game developer. I'm really looking forward to the game either way. I'm really just looking forward to seeing more and playing more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Tell me what you guys would like to see on the game. You know, if you guys are trying to type up a huge comment about all the things you hated about the demo, that's fine, you can, but that's really not what I'm trying to discuss in this comment section. Rather, what you would like to see when the game fully releases. So, it's up to you guys, but hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, again, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you all watching the video. Take it easy, guys. Much love.